be part of something. They were like, okay, I just honestly signed up. Kelly just said this at whenever she said, I just signed up because I was watching Monations and I was like, I want to be a part of that. And that enough. So what are you sharing that's community? And be honest. What are you sharing that's community? Are you hanging up with your girls? Are you doing a Zoom one-on-one? Are you doing a Zoom with your whole team? Or are you actually being with your girls and hanging out with your girls? Guys, if you're doing any of that and you're not posting about it, it's, I mean, don't even bother. If you're going to get together and not even post about it, it really is like you went to the gym and you really didn't work out. But in all honesty, it really is because people are constantly watching your story and trying to figure out what you actually do as a job that's getting you a paycheck. And if you're not showing them, you are definitely not attracting anybody towards business. So make an effort to write it down. I literally have, I'm going to, because I just saw, honestly, Christina Smallwood post, this is the 349 pack. This is all that it includes, and an unboxing of that. So I just wrote down all of the items that's in the 349 pack, and I'm going to do a live tomorrow morning going over those products and what you get for it. And then what it is to be a market partner. That's one of them. Then Wednesday morning, I literally have it out. I'm going to go over my why because I've done it in my stories a few times. I did it a few months ago, but I honestly need to do it every single month. And then I'm doing a live with Ruth and I'm doing a live with Krista. I'm doing a live with Ruth and she switched it up. I've been doing opportunity lives with all my girls. Let's just do opportunity. And Ruth said, no, let's do a dry shampoo on a live. And then let's do the oils and show them how other oils burn. And then she said, and then let's go over and show them the toast thing and put thermal heat protectant on a toast and do it live, all there. And I was like, awesome. So doing things with people will bring new ideas as well. So don't just think this solely like I need to go out solely. Again, if you don't have a running buddy, then guess what? I'm your upline, I'm your buddy. I'm the person that does these things with you. So if you're like, after this, and I'm not kidding, if you have nobody to do a live with, I'm the person you're doing the live with. Okay. Don't forget that. If you have an upline, you are doing an upline with live with them as well. Let's just be more creative about what we're reaching. Always be like in the reality. If you need more volume, if you need to hit a rank, then market partners. If you need more, PV, then you need to sign up VIPs. Do both. Do them on products. And I mean, we can do an online party as a live. Just talk about the products. Go over your favorite things. Whatever you do, you have to know that you have to put passion behind it. Nobody is going to listen to you if you are just, this is my favorite product. And guys, this is my favorite marker and it's red and I love it. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. But you'd be like, I highlighted my whole month and you just see how it stands out so much with just this red marker. Doesn't matter that I'm talking about a red marker. I upped my volume and I talked more with it. And of course, I always use my hands. I can't not use my hands. So that is getting people's attention and it's drawing more. People are actually listening to you. And so make sure that you're giving all of that when you're talking about it. Of course, you have to be personable. If you want to attract people who want to work, you have to be very passionate about what you're doing and very clear about your vision and where you're going. If people don't know why you're selling money, if people don't know you're going for a rank, if people don't see your post-its, which I know my girl Krista does very well, posting her post-its and then videos of her taking her post-its off. She does well, so everybody knows what she's freaking going for. People are watching. I have girls that don't sell money, haven't bought money for me yet, but are still cheering me on, are still my potentials. And they'll be like, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. I know that was something that you hit last month and they are still watching. So always be talking about it. Don't ever think there's a time like, I don't need to share. No, it's not important for me. Always be talking about it. When I hit MMN Vegas, so many M's, I didn't want to share, to be honest. I didn't. I was like, I don't feel like it. This feels weird. I'm not my husband. My sister's next door. I'm literally hiding in a bathroom so that my kids don't ask me a question to talk about my rank. But I did it anyway, and it was ugly, and I cried. But I got through it, and I at least did it, and I did not go back and watch it because I did not want to delete it. I would. I knew that I fumbled over my words, but you've got to share. If you don't hit your rank, you should anyway. Hold on one second. Okay. You guys know this. I say this all the time, and you're probably getting so sick of this. But the leader is the speed of the pack. If I got on a few Zoom calls, and you guys will know who you are this morning, and I said, okay, what are you doing? Okay, this is what you need to do. All right, you're doing this, and you're going to have all your girls do this. And that's the agency that I put on you. I didn't say, if you feel like it, well, if you're comfortable, well, if you want to. That is never my language, because you know what that is? That's your insecurity that you don't want to put on other people. When you're like, I want to give them time. I don't want to put too much pressure. The reality is you don't want pressure on yourself. I'm not saying that to where you're like, I don't want to talk to anybody else. You don't want to put the pressure on yourself. So you're always worried if I put too much on, they're going to quit. If that's the case, then they were never going to be a rock star in the first place. You got to put urgency on the beginning of the month on what you need to do. You need to now talk to all of your partners, talk to all of your potentials, set up another online party or a meetup party, set up all of your lives, tell every single one of your girls to get on a 3-call with me or Christina. You need to do that in the beginning of the month and tell all of them. Melody or Chrissy told me to get on a 3-way call, find a person to get on a 3-way call with me. That's what I told all my girls. Find someone. I know you guys have it. I know you have a potential. Find someone to get on a 3-call with me, and let's do that this week. We're at Tuesday, guys. So we're at Monday. We're at Monday, you guys. Skip today. So you guys have a short amount of time, but I need to put urgency on it. I'm not going to say, now, if you feel comfortable, ask these people. No. If you have a big goal at the end of the month, then you need to put urgency and you need to load as much as possible in any of the months, so that at the end of the month, you're not like, oh my God, I need to hit this rank. Let's try to do all of these things to hit a rank. That's so much stress that you don't need. Let's treat every day like month end. What do I need to hit my goal? What is it going to take? Who is it on my team? Do I need a new partner, or can I work with the girls that I have and still keep adding potentials by doing lives? What is it going to take to hit your goal? Be real, be honest. Look at last month. Did you do everything to hit your rank? Did you hit it? Awesome. So now you're going for the next one. If you didn't, then what did you not do to hit that rank? Be real about it. Don't say, I did everything and it just didn't happen. Did you really? Did you show up every single day? When you not feel like it? Did you only post a few times? Did you only talk about money a few times? Did you talk about products? Did you go live? Did you follow up with all of those people? Did you do a bar basket? Did you do samples? If you did, have you checked in with those people? Did you do all of those things? And if you did, if you're honest and you're like, yes, I did every single thing and I didn't hit my rank, awesome. You planted all the seeds in this month. Never get discouraged on the things that don't happen at the end of the month. Just make it motivate you to say, okay, I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like that sting of not hitting it. I'm not going to let it happen this month. Let it motivate you. This is another long month, just one day short of 31. You have a whole another month to hit that rank. And that's a long time. People hit MA in 2 days. Absolutely anything is possible. And you can do it, you guys. You need to make sure your vision is clear, and you need to make sure you're speaking about it. So every single person that's on this, all of you need the post-its up of the rank you're going for. And you need to know what the heck you're going for. You need to talk about in your stories. You need to post this meeting. You need to talk about the things that you learned. You need to do all of those things, and you need to do it all of the time. Hold on one second. Okay. I had so many notes. I'm sorry, you guys.
Ladies, I'm just gonna add to that what Melody is kind of talking about. Hey, I just got off a 3-way call, so sorry I was a little bit late tonight. But something that I needed to hear, and something that you guys need to hear, and And when I'm saying it, realize I had to have it said to myself. And so I'm saying it with all the grace in the world. But if you are not successful, it's not your uplines, it's not your sidelines, it's not your husband's fault, it's nobody's but you. And the reason why I say that is because we have every single person at the top, very top of this company that has every single problem that you guys have had. They've had screaming children, or they've had a sickness in the family, or their husband's traveling all the time, or they're always alone. You know what I'm saying? But they've all found a way to surpass that and make time. And the coolest thing about this company is that you can literally do it from anywhere and at any time and in any little moment. You can find time in anybody's schedule. And Melody and I will both be honest and say that we should both be SEDs already. We really should, because of everything that's been thrown at us has been thrown at the people that were SEDs or the people that joined after us, and they are at the top of the company. And we had to learn that. And I'm saying it to you now because if you learn it now, you won't have to say it to yourself in a year from now and be kicking yourself. Just like Melody says, like, where do you want to be? What do you have to do to get there? Did you show up every single day? Because if you're showing up every single day, giving it, it's going to happen. If you're willing to learn and you're willing to try and you're willing to do the uncomfortable things, it's gonna happen. But you have to show up every day. You have to do it. Sorry, Melody, go ahead.
That was perfect. Thank you, because I was reading my notes and I needed that. My leg is right now. I know you guys know this, but you need to make sure that you know important things that excite you about this, the Cadillac program. I already said the community, the pay, you guys, the fact that we're paid higher than other companies. You can go out and even further it. Don't name names, but you can edit yourself on other MLMs and what they pay compared to ours. You can say, I just did my research and looked at what it takes to get paid at other companies. And you guys, it's so much easier. And maybe you have a sour taste in your mouth because you did sign up for these other companies and you think that nobody really gets paid. But I can tell you, I do get paid. And when you first sign up, every 4 VIPs and 1 market partner that you get is a $150 bonus. When you think about it, and this is a almost like, this doesn't even sound real, but when you think about it, somebody can invest $200 for $1 million opportunity. As an investor, that's insane because there is a cap, because you literally can be a millionaire. I mean, we all know it. Julie Stevens is now in the $10 million club, you guys. She borrowed a credit card from a credit card from a credit card, get the money to purchase her product pack because she was living in a trailer. She wasn't able to pay her bills, and she still found a way to make it happen. She had the passion behind it that attracted the people that got her to where she is. You need to be educated in this business enough. And I mean, if you started, then that's when you do dual lives with your upline. That's when you do things to where you don't know. You're not going to wait until you know everything before you get started. Do not wait and do that. I say this all the time. I waited. Kristen didn't. She got further and faster where she was than I did. And I took a long time to get where she was because I felt like I had to know everything. You do not need to know everything. And you're wasting a lot of time if you have to know everything. But if you've been doing this for almost a year or a year, you need to know more about this company. So much so you need to know more about the scientists. You know that we have the scientists that developed the, oh my gosh, what's the sunblock where it's showing the butt? The Coppertone. There we go. Coppertone sunblock. Do you know that he's one of the scientists on our board? That's amazing. So when people are like, oh, it makes your hair fall out, we have a dermatologist. We have all of these scientists, just like okay people. They are the best of the best. Monat took time to choose these people to put them on staff all the time. So when you talk about, don't be like, I don't want to, these products are better than salon products. And you need to be passionate about that. You're not scamming or worried about it. You know that there's nothing that could help somebody with oily or dry scalp, or even their eczema with the oil, or even their acne issues. You know that this is the best thing out there, and you need to get the word out. And that's what I'm telling you. Do dual lives with people who signed up to sell but haven't. Do it with them as well. anybody that's on your time, and put urgency to it. I know you're not selling. I know it's just different, but if you wouldn't mind getting on a dual live with me, and we can just go over the opportunity, and that can make them sign it, get somebody under them, or that can help you. No matter what, do it to spread out a whole new audience. If they've never done a dual live, they absolutely need to do one with you, one with me, one with Chrissy. Chrissy, you unmuted yourself.
Did you? I just kept wanting to add to all the things you said, and then I kind of missed a few. But so you've gone over obviously all the dual lives. That's what we're doing out. You guys, we are blacking out our schedule. We are pretending the last week of November doesn't exist. We are getting to our ranks before that week, and Black Friday sale can be a cherry on the top. Do not wait till the Black Friday sale to start building your team, because you're going to miss your rank. You're going to miss your goals. If you don't know how to map out the rank you want to go to, message me. I'll show you how. It's super easy. You can make Post-its and you can map it out and see what you need to do. And just message me on Messenger and I'll show you how. And then I'm not sure if Melody talked about this. Again, I missed the beginning, but also we're sharing success stories every day. Okay. And if you don't know enough success stories, I believe Brittany Rose is going to be sharing certain ones every single day, because she's also doing this. This is her idea. She's also participating in it because she's a good leader. So she's showing us how to do it. So if you don't know any leaders, go follow her story. But you guys, Connie's a millionaire. Connie, do you know that Connie hit the car rank? And she hit it when she was literally in the hospital, almost, I believe she was giving birth to her first daughter. She was still on her phone. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you're not at the top, and I'm not asking you to be on the phone trying to sign people up when you're in labor, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm saying, like, where there is a will, there is a way. And if you really, really want this, do it. You just do it. And you can take from any one of your leaders and figure out what works best for you and just do it. So sharing success stories. There's Nicola, who just bought a freaking houseboat with cash. There's Krista Parney, who's building her dream home. There's Brittany Rose, who's at least in the $2 million club. There's Julie Stevens. She's the $10 million club. She made $5 million of that in 1 year, you guys. 1 year. She hit the $5 million club last year. Incredible stories. People need to know how legit this is, that we don't just get paid in shampoo, that we have the most amazing science board. And something I wanted to mention, that to add what Melody said, is there were scientists that came out of retirement to join Monet because they saw our clinical studies. That's how incredible it is. The world-renowned scientists. So if you want to look that up and start researching and share a little tidbit about that, there's so many things you can share. And if you're sharing the same things, people may be done hearing the same things. So share something new. Share more of the healthcare. Share more of the skincare. There's so many things that you can share, but share the opportunity the most this month. This is, again, recruiting, you guys, because your team can explode. People hit like Melody said, in 1 month. What's to stop you? There's nothing that can stop you except your own mindset and yourself sabotaging yourself. And I am the biggest self-sabotager, and I have changed. I am born again. Just kidding. But seriously, it is like completely switched the person that I am. I used to be a complete introvert. I don't like making eye contact. You guys, if you are willing to change, you can. You know what my favorite thing is right now? It's to talk to people. It's to onboard people. I just got off a 3-way call with Darcy's Potential and Face Potentials today, and that was my favorite part of the day. Normally, I'd be freaking out, sweating bullets, like making an excuse to not get on it. And all that to say is, if I can change, you guys can change. You guys seriously can do this. Anybody can. I promise you.
There's absolutely. And Christina was this, she still does it. It always makes me laugh, because Christina hits a part in the month. She's like, yeah, but, and I'm always like, what are you, but? It always working out, and you're already counting yourself out. And she'll do it every single month. And I know she's getting out of that, and it's the best thing. But you need to know your triggers and what you do. Like, what is it that sets you off and make you automatically think like you're not hitting your rank? Be about that. Is it somebody else in our team here that hits the rank that instantly discourages you? Does that encourage you? You need to realize what it is. And you need to, as soon as it happens, talk to your running buddy or talk to your upline and say, be honest, I'm discouraged, or I need help, or talk yourself and figure out, like I said, the trigger that helps you get out of it. Instead of being like, that discouraged me and I'm not hitting my rank. It's not happening. And there's like 3 days left for the month. You need to be real of it and be like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing to myself? Why am I cutting myself out? 3 days is plenty of time to hit a rank. And what else do I need to do? And what else is going to take? It's nothing but your effort means anything. If you give up, your team gives up. If you have plenty of time to think, but you're like, I don't know if it's going to happen, your team is going to do the same exact thing. So make sure you are always flipping that switch. And you are always making sure that if you're going to get discouraged, fine, your team's going to get discouraged, and it's going to trickle down to their team and their team and their another thing that is discouraging to you guys, and I know I've done it, and it would be the whole beginning of my business. You should not be signing up market partners that should be VIPs. Gonna say it again. Don't sign up market partners that would be great VIP. If they are customers, do not get them to sell, because you know what happens, and it happened to me. You're gonna be like, I don't know why they don't want to sell. Well, they just love the product. They truly didn't want to sell. You were like, you just have to post a couple times. That's all it is. And so they're like, okay, I posted a couple times. It didn't happen for me, so I don't want to sell anymore. They should have been a VIP, and you should have got them to really love it. Yeah, you made a mistake, and there's those of people on your team. That's fine. Don't do it anymore, and make sure you're aware of it. Don't try to make somebody sell that just loves the product and is like, I don't really think, try to convince them. Let them just fall in love with the product, be a great VIP of yours, and then sell if that's going to discourage you. If you don't care and you're like, it's all right, they're not. If you're at a point in your business, awesome. But if you're not, it does discourage you, and you're like, I have people that don't want to sell, don't ever do that again, and make a mental note of it. Write it down. Don't try to convince someone to be a market partner just because you need it. Let them be an awesome VIP. Let them fall in love with the product. If it's going to discourage you and make me like, I can't get anyone to sell, well, stop signing up people that really don't want to sell. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't have time for it. And if you sign up and you want to sell, and I just signed up somebody that wants to, and then isn't getting back to me at all, I'm not wasting time. I will definitely check, but I'm not going to be like, you don't have to chase after people. People need to know that this opportunity is amazing. And if they really want it to be all that it is, it's all out there for them, but you don't have to chase down and beg and hope that you can get these people to sell. The opportunity is big enough, but if you don't see it as big as it actually is, you're not selling it to anybody, and you're not going to convince anybody else. If you think like, I have to give away all the product ever to just give IP, or all the product to get a market partner, you're kind of like degrading what the product is, not making it all. You don't have to convince anybody. You just have to show them the results, show them what it's done, show the life-changing things, do all of those things. And that leads to people wanting the opportunity. They're out there, you guys. If you don't have a rock star on your team, make sure you're reevaluating what you're doing, what you're posting, what your monthly schedule is. Make sure you look back at your calendar on your phone. Be like, okay, was it filled with stuff? Was I doing something every day? Did I talk to my girls? Was I up on it? Was there days that I missed? Be honest with it so that you're not discouraged. And if you can simply say, okay, I could have done more to get my rank, that's not a discouraging thing. That's a great place to be. You know that you have room for improvement. And if you do that, you will hit that rank, and this is your month. Don't ever, ever, ever be like, I did everything and it didn't work, because there is always room to grow, and there is always more improvement that you make. There is always something you do. And like I said in the beginning, if you did an online party and it didn't work, try an in-person party. If you try to do a 3-way call and it didn't work, then go meet up for coffee. Don't say that I did that one thing and that didn't work, so that's the end all be all. That's not how it is. You need to try what works best for your team and have that trickle down and trickle down. You need to take all of the millions of things that have worked for everybody and try it all. It's not just 5 things, because those 5 things can work for me, but they can't work for you. And you don't know what works for you until you know what works for you. Am I right? All right. I think that that's it, Christina. There's more that you want to, I swear I went over all
I just had like one little quote. If you were on Brittany's training this morning, you might have heard it, but it's so true. Says no goals are ever achieved without sacrifice. So what is it that you need to sacrifice? What it is, you cannot get to your, if you've tried to get to your goal the way you are now, you have to change. If you haven't been able to hit it, you have to change. On top of planting seeds, you have to sacrifice something. Is it while you're out at your parents' house, you're hiding in a room doing a training like I am right now? Is it you don't get to eat lunch for an hour, or it's cold, or is it that you're going on that live that freaks you out? Just rip the Band-Aid off, you guys. Like I said, everybody has a first live. Everybody has a scary thing that they did. Nobody is at the top of this company making $100,000 a month and hasn't had failures, hasn't had sacrifices, hasn't had people roll their eyes at them. Get over it, because your goals are bigger than their feelings. Their feelings aren't going to pay your bills. Who cares? Let them all roll their eyes at you and watch you earn your caddy, watch you earn your trip, watch you have the most amazing job with all of your best friends, and just keep going. Roll it off your shoulders. No negativity, you guys. Melody sent me this podcast, and I'm going to send it in the group because it's incredible. And it was talking about how much negativity affects your life. And I'm not calling anybody out. I'm calling myself out. Just always know, when I'm talking to you guys, when Melody's talking to you, we've talked to ourselves first. But negative, even just pronouncing anything negative, any negative thoughts, will actually ruin things for you. Will actually 90% of the time happen. Your negative thoughts are and things that you're pronouncing, saying, are actually ruling your life. And we can be realistic, but not be negative. So we need to be positive. We need to be speaking life into our business and life into our market partners. Don't let your market partners stay in anything negative. We all lose VIPs. We all have somebody roll their eyes at us. We all have somebody say something negative to us. We all get over it. We all don't let that rule what our business does. So I'm going to send that podcast in there. I'm also going to send you guys 2 different verbiages that I've been using. One is to send out to try and just get new VIPs. If you're stuck in a rut and you're not having like any interaction, this is going to help you get conversations going. The second one, Darcy just used it tonight, and she got out a 3-way call with one of her VIPs, and she's signing up tonight. That was incredible. So I'm going to give them both into our sister messenger group. And it's just a kind of way to break the ice, and it should get some momentum going to where you guys can get some 3-way calls. But don't just use those. Do exactly what Melody said. Do those lives. Let's get this month started off with a bang, you guys. I'm so excited for all that November has to offer and all the gratitude. Do not forget to show your gratitude, to show your thankfulness. Remember what this month is about. And that's why our company started with the gratitude this morning when they did that first email with all the gratitude. Don't forget to be posting about that too. That's all I got, guys.
So that podcast about negativity was one of the things actually flipped the switch for me. You guys, if you are on the constant trying to flip, and I have to do it at home, to be honest, my husband is the greatest. He's the most supportive, but he can also be negative, mostly about himself. And when he does that, he can say, like when I was going to get my Cadillac, it was the funniest thing. And we were going, and he was like, now, babe, what will happen if this? What will happen if Monate falls apart? What will happen? And I was like, literally, I have thought about every negative thing that you can possibly think about with this. And all I have to say is, if that happens, we will be okay. If that happens, I will deal with that at the moment. But I can't have you add on of my negative things. I can't have that, because it just brings me down. So when I listened to this podcast, basically said a few things, but most importantly, he said, if you watch the news, and we know this is happening too often, you are 40% negative. I don't watch the news. I listen to podcasts and a few things that I love, a few companies or people that I love, that I will listen to them politically. But even then, anytime I'm feeling anxiety, I don't listen to them, because it does add anxiety to me. If you repeat what you've listened to on the news, you are 80% high of being negative. 80% freaking. Now, I don't know about you, but me going and shopping and driving around, I notice that people are the most negative that I've ever seen in my life. I've seen the most craziest drivers, the rude people, the rudest responses to things. And I know that everybody is doing is consuming this and then angry if anybody disagrees with anything about them. Nobody can handle it right now. And this podcast, which was the coolest and craziest thing, he talked about this story about this guy on an ice cart who it was on a train, and he went into the ice cart and the door shut behind him, and he freaked out and he started banging, and he realized nobody's going to hear him. And by the time they get to the next stop, he's dead because he cannot survive on that temperatures. There's just no way. He planned it all out, and he was like, no way. They got to the next stop, they opened up, and he died. They checked the temperature and realized that it broken. And what he actually did is talked himself to death. He didn't even need to die. He was so sure of it, he literally killed himself with his thoughts. That's how powerful your thoughts are. And that has forever changed my life. It's one thing to think it, it's another to speak it, and then believe it on top of everything is just going to destroy you. If you are listening to Karina and I and you're like, yeah, but that's not for me, it's not going to be for you. Whatever you think is going to be reality. And then if you speak it on top of that and other people are hearing you speak it, they're going to believe it as well. You got to change it, and you got to change it for your team. You got to be the change. Don't wait for somebody else to help you out. Be that person for yourself. You got to change your mind and got to be today. And that's why I said in that last Zoom that I did, I said, if you're watching these things or following these people and it's making you negative and making you discouraged, unfollow it all. Don't watch it all. I have unfollowed so many dang people because it wasn't good for me. It wasn't helping me and encouraged me. And I was like, okay, if they're not helping me along my journey, then I need to get rid of it. I can't watch it anymore. This mindset is everything on this. And I know you guys know this, but it is absolutely proven through and through. So you guys got to believe that this is it. This is the opportunity. This is a life-changing thing. This is it. There's not going to be another thing that comes along for you. This is you. And if you believe that, guys, it's going to happen. This is your month. Don't think of anything else but that end goal and vision that you want. Write it out. Know what you're going for. Share about it. Talk about it every single day. Be passionate about it. Educate yourself on it. Educate others about it. Just spread all of that. I hate even saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Spread the positivity, spread hope, spread the cheer, spread all of those things, and let those people who need that become attracted to you. Like I was struggling, but I am following you because I feel like you're a light, and I want to know more about what you're doing and how you're changing and how your life has gone from this to this. Be that for other people. If anything, help people get out of their rut by you getting out of your rut first. This is your month, and believe it and dream it and know that is for you guys. I don't accept anything less. If you're going to come at me at all this month with a negativity, I'm going to flip it on. I'm not going to allow it. It's not happening this month. This month, it is happening for your goals, and that is it. Christy, you unmuted yourself?
Just wanted to add one last thing, because our team has the biggest hearts. Like, Melody and I have cried so many happy tears, and we see you guys crying because there is just so much love and sincere, like, huge hearts. You guys are so giving. So if you can't get to that place for yourself, if you feel like, oh, me doing this is selfish, and so you just can't get yourself to that point where you can do that live because you feel like it's selfish, get over it for yourself and do it for somebody else. Literally visualize the person that needs this. Like, you probably have somebody that you know this would absolutely help. So visualize them and talk to them. Talk to them on your live. You can go on without a friend. You can go on and just talk to that specific person and tell her how much she needs this opportunity, how much this community could change her life. So if you can't do it for yourself, do it for somebody else, because I know all of your hearts are huge. And I'm hoping that at the very least will get you over that. But you guys, Melody's so right. This is the month. This is the month to watch your team explode. Just do it. I'm so excited. Okay. Is that all we got, Mel?
That's it, you guys. Thank you for showing yourself and your team. If you're going to, I didn't record this whole dang thing. I'm sorry about that, but I recorded most of it. So I will post. I pressed it, but then it gave me 2 options, and I guess I had to press it and then press one of the options. So that's downloading now. I will post it later, and make sure you tag your girls. And again, contact your upline, Chrissy and me, whoever is your upline. I know Chrissy and me put our teams together, so just contact us and let's schedule a dual live. That's what this month is all about, you guys. So schedule it, do it with me, do it with your upline, and do it with your girls. That's what this month is all. Don't stop it. It's getting out of your, and let me see. Oh, she's not on here anymore. I was about to pull her out. All right. I'm going to message a few people after this and tell them you might have got off the Zoom, but you're going to do a live with me. All right, guys. Thank you for showing up. Love you all. And we will see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.